Hey guys, today we're going to be reviewing the King Arms M4 A1 Gas Blowback Rifle. Now I'm new to the gas blowback rifles. I have owned quite a few gas blowback pistols, but this is my first rifle that I've owned. And I'm going to start off with the metal parts, as I like to do. Got the metal outer barrel with the Colt trademarks. Has the metal delta ring setup assembly. Upper receiver, lower receiver, magazine, 50 round magazine, the bolt, the buffer tube, and the rail system, and the carrying handle and the front sight are all metal. Don't have the front sight on there, I took it off. Don't have the carrying handle, I took it off. Both of them are in my room. The stock is plastic, of course, handle's plastic, and foregrip is plastic. The internals are quite unique. All you gotta do is you push the pin out like the real steel, and I'm not gonna do it because it's cocked right now. But you pull this pin out right there, and you take it out all the way out the side, and it flips open. You can then pull the bolt out and upgrade the bolt. Use the other gas valve to increase the power. You can put the spacers and the buffer tube to make the rate of fire go up. There's a whole lot you can do with this gun. I've been reading on forums online that this is actually a low-end model and uses the low-end grade internals with it. But they've been performing quite well so far. What they suggest is that you upgrade the internals as they break. Doesn't sound like much, but WA internals run 49, 50 bucks each for each part of the internal. So that could get you a pretty high quality gun, but it's going to take a couple $100 to do it. Mine is scratched up. The guy I got it from didn't know how to care for guns and scratched this thing all to pieces. And I wish I would have known that before I got it. As for the magazine, I've read it takes green gas, propane, top gas, whatever that, all the HFC 134A, all the stuff for different speeds and that kind of thing. I've only used propane and green gas. It loads just like any other gas blowback. Has a loading valve on one side, which you got to press. Fairly hard to get any gas in there. Hold it down for 9-10 seconds, and then you're good. You're charged up, ready to go. Bolt works just like the real thing. Stick the magazine in. I keep that closed to make sure dust and stuff doesn't get in there. And you have the bolt release on that side. Push it, bolt closes, and loads the BB in there. And firing. Oh, something cool. Has ambidextrous selector switch. Selector switch on this side actually moves the selector switch on the other side, which doesn't happen with AEGs and so forth. So I just think that's kind of cool. Thing is loud and powerful. It shoots probably about 400 to 450 feet per second with the green gas in it. And propane's a little bit more. Top gas, I have not tried it yet, or the Duster air can. That probably shoots a little less. It is very loud, as you can tell, and the recoil is significant. You can upgrade the recoil springs in it, make it have more recoil. You can upgrade everything internal with it and just make it an all-around better gun. Some things I have noticed is that I've had 3 magazines, 2 of which are broken. I don't know if that's because the guy didn't know how to take care of them or what. But 2 of them are broken. I tried swapping out what was wrong with one of them to the other one, so I'd at least have 2 working magazines, and it worked for a time. Loaded up with propane, and it started leaking. But you can repair the magazines also, so that's another good thing, rather than going out and buying a new magazine. New magazines are relatively cheap. They're about 40 bucks. Not bad at all. The rate of fire is adjustable with the buffer tube spacers, as I already mentioned. All in all, this gun is pretty cool. It weighs, it's not real heavy, but it's not real light either, and it does have that kick to it. So check one out if you want. I think they're really cool. The bolt does lock back when it's empty. So not empty yet. Ran out of gas before I could empty it out. That's okay. The selector switch, just like the real steel, will not go on safe without the bolt being cocked back. So that's a little safety precaution. I give it probably an 8 out of 10. It's cool, especially if you're getting into gas blowbacks, that sort of thing. I'm trying to get into them a little more, but again, they are pricey. Even though you're not only going to spend money on gas, which you can alleviate with propane, but you're going to spend money on upgrading the internals over time. So that kind of stinks. But other than that, I mean, I think it's pretty cool. It's loud. It gives that real steel feeling to it, and you get a couple magazines on it, and you definitely great for the milsim player. I mean, just amazing. All in all, I think I have a new favorite, guys. The This beats an AEG by far, as long as you can keep it running with the maintenance and everything. With maintenance, you just need a little bit of silicone on the magazine and in the internals where the metal is moving on the metal. That's pretty much it. If you do too much, it's going to mess it up. You do not enough, it's going to dry it out, and the seal's going to wear out, and it's just not going to work properly. So yeah, check one out if you got the time and money. Thanks. Oh, GI versus E-Bike or E-Veek or however you say the name is coming up next. I'm still working on everything that happened during my research from last December. Put it all together, so we're going to have a uh, real research project for them, and you'll know what really happens with the companies. So check it out next.